Hey there and welcome back. Today's video is all about Dofus Touch, the best MMORPG for mobile gaming. I'll be creating a 4-part series that will set you up for success, taking you from zero to hero. If you're not familiar with Dofus Touch, it houses one of the biggest worlds on mobile with over 10,000 maps, thousands of quests, item types, and monsters. There are more than 70 dungeons to explore and conquer. Now, Dofus Touch brings a great community with over 8 million downloads. You can meet thousands of players, join groups, and guilds. You might be asking what type of combat you'll come across. It'll be turn-based tactical combat that sets you up for great combos when playing with others. There is a new global launch happening on April 3rd. An English server will be opening up. There is no better time to start than now. If you click on the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen, you'll be able to download and earn an in-game shield skin if you play on the English server from here to April 10th. Now, your goal is to master the basics of Alberta Island and save the inhabitants from the growing threat before heading over to the city of Astrub and search for powerful dragon eggs called Dofus. You will get to choose from 15 unique classes, explore the world, participate in guild battles. You'll need to team up and fight epic bosses and earn legendary gear. One of my favorite things about Dofus Touch is the player-driven economy. You'll be able to loot, craft, and buy the best equipment. You'll also have the opportunity to master more than 20 professions and sell resources and objects to other players. It is a true free-to-play MMORPG. However, if you are like me and love cosmetics, you can visit the shop and purchase different cosmetics and optional services like changing your name, colors, and guild name. So now that we know what Dofus is and how to download it, let's get into some gameplay. As you go through the startup, you will be presented with options to select your preferred gameplay style and recommend a class. The class I chose is the Craw, which is similar to a ranger or hunter. Some of my favorite classes to play have always been long-range snipers that can do a huge amount of damage. As you go through the tutorial, the story will unfold a bit and you will learn how to equip gear, but most importantly, you'll get familiar with your combat style and characteristics. I recommend you take your time to immerse yourself in the tutorial. This is a great opportunity to get familiar with your class and learn what it excels in. Taking the time to learn the combat and familiarize yourself with your abilities will better prepare you to win your battles, as certain abilities have different ranges or can attack either in a line or diagonally. When it comes to your characteristics, I also recommend you focus on one rather than spreading yourself thin. In the early game, it is the best way to maximize your damage. For my specific class, it excels in both fire and air, so I went with agility, which boosts your air abilities. You get 5 characteristic points every time you level, so make sure to use them wisely. If you want to learn which elements your class excels at, I recommend using the help button in the game and filter over to optimize your character. Under the advancing your character section, you can see which elements your class benefits the most from and what it recommends. Now, 2 things I recommend getting familiar with are your quest journal and spells. Your quest journal is a great way to determine if you're focusing on the correct quest. With the abundance of quests, it is easy to stray from the main story. However, if you are a completionist, you can also choose to come back to the main story when you're ready. I also recommend getting familiar with your spells. This will ensure that you are using the spells that benefit the most from your characteristics when chosen. This will guarantee success in your upcoming battles. Now, speaking of battles, you will gain a great amount of experience from winning, including completing dungeons. One thing to look for while in a battle or dungeon is the challenge mode on the left side of your screen. Completing these challenges will give you extra experience and bonuses. As you complete the dungeon and receive your rewards, make sure to keep an eye out on your inventory for any upgradable gear. Alright, so since I'll be focusing on the Craw class, I wanted to go ahead and go over some of the starting abilities that you receive. That way you can get an idea of where you want to use your characteristics. The reason why I went with air, it's because 1, it's recommended, and 2, a lot of the abilities that I like benefit from that. The first ability that you use is more like an auto attack. Now, your auto attack for this particular weapon does increase your air damage and has effects that increase your agility, which provides even more air damage. The other ability that you get is summoning of a tactical beacon, which pretty much summons a tactical beacon that can serve as a target or relay for boss spells. Now, you can only have 3 beacons up at one time on the field. This ability doesn't receive any sort of benefits from any of your characteristics, so you won't have to worry about it too much. Now, the next ability that you get is called Retreat Arrow. Retreat Arrow inflicts air damage and pushes the target back. So this is something that if you do focus on agility, you'll go ahead and benefit, do a little bit more damage out with the air elements. However, when the spell is cast on a beacon, if it inflicts pushback damage on it, the beacon inflicts air damage in an area of effect. So this is a good way to kind of bundle up with your tactical beacon here to go ahead and provide maybe some sort of AoE, which allows you to kill a few mobs at a time. Now, the next ability that you receive at level 1 is called Transfusion Arrow. does damage and steals health. If you are planning on using this and want to have some sort of lifesteal build, you'd want to focus some of your characteristics into strength, which increases your earth and your neutral damage. So this will go ahead and definitely help you out quite a bit. Now, the next one is Burning Arrow that you also receive at level 1. This inflicts damage and does damage over time. If you do invest some time into intellect, that'll go ahead and increase your fire damage, allowing you to do a bit more damage. So we went over the importance of learning how combat works, the importance of your quest journal, how to use your characteristics, and how to maximize your rewards during battles and dungeons. In the upcoming videos, we will go more in depth and review other tips and tricks. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Dofus Touch content. Like always, stay epic, stay legendary, and I'll see you in the next video.